Hey guys, Angie Green. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to talk to people on social media and to see if it will eventually lead to an invitation to help them change their life, because we know that changing health changes your life. And first and foremost, I need to say that if you are in the business of helping people and you don't find pure enjoyment from just talking to people and reaching out and saying hello and asking questions because you're interested, then you're not in the right business. You have to genuinely reach out to people with zero intention and start conversation every single day because you're interested in them. You're interested in people in general. We all live together in the same planet and we're all about helping people. I think that's what we were put on this earth for, is really to just do our part in making the world a better place. So you need to have zero intention when you start conversations and when you go out to talk to people, like it's no big deal. It's no big deal. And it's something that I've learned from my mentor in the business, because in the beginning I did have that intention of hoping I could sell a product or invite somebody to be a part of my team. And then I realized that that's not how this business works. And that's not how I operate. I don't operate that way. I want to help people who want my help. I want people on my team who want to be a part of the team. And I want to help other people improve their health and fitness who want to improve their health and fitness. So in order to do that, though, obviously you need to get to know people to find out, do you have a solution for a potential problem that they have in their life? And so in order to do that, you have to meet a lot of people and you have to start a lot of new conversations. But I wanted to give you some tips to help guide you through that so you don't feel like you're not being yourself. Because really that's first and foremost, is just be genuine, be you, but be you times two. Show the energy in your Facebook messages and your email, and really relay your personality to let them know that you do care about helping people. And we have to start that by just chatting with people on a daily basis and getting to know them. And of course, never talking to them like you have something to present to them. Because I know that even if I had something or even if I needed something that someone had, if they were to just open a conversation and start with that, I would be like, whoa, it's a little shady. But if they genuinely reach out to get to know me and ask me questions about my family and what I do for a living, then when they offer me something that I do need in my life, I'm going to be more likely to accept it because I know them. I know that they have an interest in me as a person, and I trust them. That's what it's all about. So don't feel like you have to be nervous when you go out to talk to people on social media. Just be you, just be normal, start normal conversation. Don't bring up the opportunity that you have. Don't try to sell a product. Just truly be yourself. Okay, so that's the first tip that I have for you, is just to be yourself. The second tip that I have is find a commonality, find common ground, find something that you share in common. Because when you realize that you have a connection with a person, that really opens up a lot of conversation, that the guard gets let down a little bit, that starts to open up a trust pattern. And that's really a way that you can genuinely start to connect with somebody, is by finding that commonality that they may have. So if you talk to a person who has a garden in their backyard and they're really struggling to grow tomatoes this year, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have a garden too. And they'd say, really? Do you grow tomatoes in it? And then you can start talking about tomatoes in your garden and everything that you love about gardening. And before you know it, you feel like you're BFFs with that person, even if you've never met them. All of this can be done on social media. So find that common ground. The next one is to develop a pattern of interrupt, meaning give them the unexpected. When somebody says, hey, thanks for the message. How you doing today? And you're like, I'm fantastic. That's not what we're used to hearing, right? We're used to the scripted, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm great. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, thanks for asking. But when you put in that pattern of interrupt, you say like, oh, today is awesome. I am great. It's been an awesome day. Then, of course, they're going to say, why? Well, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And that's a great way to create exposure for what we do as coaches, because then you can say, I just talked to my recent challenger and they lost 10 pounds in the last 2 months. Or, I just had someone join my team who is a stay-at-home mom and wants to create a side income for her family. I'm so excited to work with her. That's a perfect way to create an exposure. So find that connection and develop that pattern of interrupt. And the way that you do that is really by asking questions, because if you start to ask someone questions, it's only a matter of time until they ask questions back to you. So asking questions, we really want to focus on forming. We ask questions about F, their family, O, their occupation, R, their recreation, and M is their motivator or their message, what inspires them. So when you ask them those kinds of questions, you then listen to what they have to say and get that conversation going, and they're going to ask you similar questions, and that's a great inner time to create exposure about what you do as a coach. Don't forget to compliment them and ask them for advice just as you would anybody else, any of your friends. Ask them for help if needed, and really just be yourself. So once that happens, once you start to build relationships on social media, you then want to stay involved in their world, even if it's online. So you're looking on Facebook, finding out what groups they're in on Facebook, what kind of things do they like to do. And again, if it's something that you have in common with them, then you definitely want to stay involved in that component as well, because that's going to continue to meet people who are hanging out in the same place that you are. You're automatically building your tribe, and you're finding people that you want involved in your world. And then when the opportunity comes about, you invite. And remember, it's no big deal, right? You have a solution to their financial situation. You have a solution to improve their health and fitness, and you can invite them to try it. You can invite them to join your team, based on whatever needs that they have in their life at that time. But don't be yucky about it. Again, just be yourself. Speak from your heart and share what coaching has done for you and what it's done for your family, and ask them if it's something they want to do, if it's something they would consider doing. Don't say, I have an awesome opportunity for you. That's like too cliche, but really think about, do they have a need? Are they already responding to your messages that is just forming with them? Meaning, are they showing a genuine interest back in you? And is there a connection that the two of you have together? Because ultimately, your goal is to have them ask you to join a challenge group, or to have them ask you to become a part of your team. But let's face it, that doesn't happen all the time. So you lead them in that direction and think about what would make them interested in your challenge group or in the business opportunity, and lead them there. Because again, I truly believe this business has two things that every person needs. It's health and fitness, and it's financial opportunity. And why would we withhold that from sharing it with as many people as possible? So I hope that helps. Get out there on social media, start forming connections, start forming every single day, meet new people, and invite, invite, invite.